Time to put our money where our mouth is. Who's going to win the Georgia Ole Miss game?
You are Locked On Bulldogs, your daily podcast on the Georgia Bulldogs. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Locked On Bulldogs, part of Locked On Podcast Network, your team every single day. He is Daniel. I am Clint. Together, we are Locked On Bulldogs, part of the #1 sports podcasting network in the world. Yeah, you heard us correct. The best place to get all your UGA news, notes, inside information. Today's episode brought to you by Game Time. Game Time, get in the game. Game Time, more on them in a second. We appreciate every single one of you who are the everydayers. And if you're part of the Everydayer Club, we really appreciate you. If you want to be part of the Everyday Club, LockedOnBulldogs.supercast.com. Get in the action. We've interacted with tons of you already. We're going to continue interacting. Ad-free shows, direct communication with Daniel and I, newsletter every day, as well as amazing bonus content. Daniel, today we got 3 things on the agenda. We're talking about UGA Ole Miss, some news and notes, as well as giving us the official prediction. We're going to break down the game, how we think it's going to go, keeping our score prediction, how you should bet on this game. Secondly, talk about the other college football playoff games that are happening. And then lastly, my stone cold lock.
Talk about Tennessee's game. Lastly, we'll talk about Tennessee's game and games that don't matter.
Games that don't matter. No, I'm actually more concerned with another team in Tennessee and the game that they have because, baby, it is a dinger. We'll be talking about that. Last all the way to the end of the last of the third segment. We appreciate you guys. Let's start with Georgia Ole Miss. We've previewed it. We've talked about it. Let me start here. Again, I said this yesterday. I keep coming back to this every single time. Trinidad Chambliss actually came out as he's getting ready for the game, and he said, I feel like we were the better team last time we played Georgia. And
that's cute.
Thank you, Daniel. It's cute. Like, you can feel that way.
Oh, sure. I feel lots of things.
I have feelings galore constantly. Yeah. Like 2 elderly gentlemen who accost young people, younger children, minors at a football game shouldn't have the right to come to a football game. If you smack talk a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 14-year-old child, you no longer have the right to walk under your own accord out of the stadium. Okay, that's a feeling.
They'll be escorted out.
Correct. That's a feeling I have. Doesn't mean it's factually true, as Trinidad discovered.
No, I don't think it's 2026, damn near 2026, Clint. I think you better catch up with the times. What people feel is, in fact, a fact these days. Is that not accurate?
Well, this is why I enjoy football. Because at the end of the day, you can tell me, I feel like we're a better team, but I just scoreboard. Just scoreboard. There is not one singular statistic, one singular position, one singular thing about this game and these teams that should indicate to you with a logical brain and everything out in front of you that you would bet your life Ole Miss is going to win. But nothing says, can they? Yes, of course. That's why you just go play the game. You can execute. Georgia can go ahead and just fall on their face and not execute, not be the better team that we know them to be. That is true. But every single position group, and I mean every single position group, we have the better quarterback, we have the better running back, we have the better offensive line, the better defensive line, the better linebackers, the better DBs, the better coach. Heavens to Betsy, the better coach, the better special teams. Every single thing that we have. Our DC is better than your head coach.
Yep. And he's the second best coordinator we have.
Oh, no. See, what I'm trying to tell you is, again, you could tell me, Ole Miss fan, that you want and you believe you're going to win. The only thing you have is just blind, no facts, no evidence, no hope, other than your emotional well-being being tied up in a team. That's like Trinidad Chambliss. You can feel that all along. Now, again, we've previewed that. We're going to continue previewing it as we let the game. Injury report comes out. Gabe Harris out. Janelle Legreau out for this game. Daniel, 2 big blows on the defensive side. Not good. Bobo still out. He's not playing again for.
He's not going to play this season.
So stop looking for it.
Yeah, Gabe Harris, big injury.
Big injury news.
Jonah Aguero, big injury.
Dinkins, welcome to the party. True freshman, going to go ahead and start at star for us, more than likely. The biggest stage that he's played against Ole Miss, and a secondary that needs to go ahead and keep everything in front of it. We'll talk about that probably later on the weeks. However, Colby Young, notably on the probable, not questionable, probable. Ethan Barber, probable.
Okay. We may have to mid-production meeting this episode, Clint, because we're not going to move on from this. We're gonna get to our Georgia lock.
Let's just put it in park, okay?
Maybe we'll just We're gonna get to our Georgia lock.
Yeah.
This episode, we may not get to a Vandy lock at this point but we'll get to that another
Vandy
time.
given the points. Let me just tell you, take them.
We'll take it another
points.
time. We'll
Okay.
take it
All
another
right.
time. How?
I don't
We're
know.
really talking about a world in which these two gentlemen are actually out there hitting people, practicing.
Not just hitting people, Daniel.
Yeah.
Mauling people.
How? What's happening?
See, when people talk to me, notable 5-star defensive end just commits to Ohio State today. People talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Kirby is just losing control, his grasp of the recruiting circles and talent. He has two guys that could have easily packed it up for the year. Colby Young is not playing in Georgia again after this season. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
He's going on to greener pastures in the NFL. I digress. He could have easily packed it up. He fights back from a gruesome injury. Ethan Barber, same thing. Gruesome injury. Hard fought. To go ahead and play in the college football playoff, quietly doing their business, quietly talking about the leadership, quietly showing up every single day, not hiding out in some training room somewhere, preparing for some combine or whatnot. And Kirby has them bought into leadership, culture, and eating off the floor.
Yeah. I don't want to overstate, but Colby, I don't think we will know for years how important Colby Young was to the 2025 University of Georgia football team. I
think that's right.
Everything this kid has been through. I'm not talking about this injury. I'm talking about
last year.
I'm talking about last year and what he was put through in a legal proceedings, his name being dragged, through the mud in a case where, not my opinion, but where nothing, he was not formally charged with anything.
It was later
the exact same amount as you listening.
Correct.
So he endures all that, doesn't run off to another program, stays, comes back, has a great season, gets injured. The day after the injury, posted on social media, hey, quit crying like I'm dead. I'm fine. This team's going to be fine. We're all good. And then continues leading from the sideline as he's rehabbing, continues mentoring the younger wide receivers. You think CJ Wiley's getting any better this year because of Colby Young?
I do. I know he is.
Okay. And now the fact that he's on his way back, I don't know if he'll play in this game or not, Clint. I don't know if he'll play in this game or not. I don't know if Ethan Barber will play in this game. But by the way, true freshman Ethan Barber, who started his very first game as a Georgia career.
Play one.
He was in there. I don't know if either of these guys are going to play. The fact that they could play is insane to me.
It's incredible.
It's insane. These defensive injuries are a concern. I'm going to ask Clint how big of a concern they are. But first, we're going to talk about these.
And these are, in fact, Game Time. Daniel, you love Game Time. I love Game Time. We all love Game Time, and you should love Game Time. Why? Because there's nothing like college football season. Tailgates, getting into the action. Daniel, when you are around the atmosphere, it's a different feel.
It hits different.
It hits different, which is why, again, you should play college football playoff games on college football campuses, but I digress. Best part of being in the stadium, Game Time gets you in there. Advantage back to the fan. Love being able to see the view from the seat before buying. We know exactly what we're getting into. Daniel and I, every single time we go to games, we use Game Time. Take the guesswork out of buying college football tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use promo code LOCKEDONCollege, $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, that's LOCKEDONCollege, $20 off. Download the Game Time app today, but that's not all. Find folks over at Georgia Access. Have your health or family needs changed lately? Georgia's got you covered. Georgia Access is our state's marketplace for Georgians to compare, apply, and enroll in health insurance plans that offer the best value for the individual needs. Open enrollment is happening now. Visit georgiaaccess.gov today. Georgia Access, health insurance for Georgia by Georgia.
So again, we're going to give our official prediction, segment 3. We're going to break up the locks. We're going to do a locks episode. I don't know, maybe tomorrow. I don't know when we're going to do it. We'll do a locks episode later, covering the other 3 college football playoff games, all that. Clint led the show talking about some news, some tidbits. Injury reports are out. We heard about Gabe Harris and the turf toe earlier, and as soon as you said turf toe, it's like, I hesitate to use the word, but we're in the off season. It's like the word oblique, Clint. When you hear turf toe, see, I knew I was going to send the man into a spiral. The Braves suck, Clint. There's not enough obliques in this world that could save the Braves. It's like an oblique in baseball. You hear that word, you hear turf toe, and you're like,
yeah,
you know what? I don't know a lot, but I do know this is going to last a heck of a lot longer than I wish it was going to last. I'm not confident we're going to see Gabe Harris in Glendale. There's that's a concern. And then you add Jonel Aguero to the mix. A bit more of a surprise. We'd heard some rumors. We'd heard some, some scuffle around about him. But then you add him to the mix. He's in fact out. Let me start here, Clint. Which one is a bigger concern for this Georgia football team? Because we've been talking a lot about Gabe Harris and Quintavious Johnson. We've been talking about their improved play. We've been talking about how well they've been doing. Let me tell you a guy we haven't really been talking a lot about this year.
Go ahead.
And that's Jonel Aguero. Ooh. And I mean that as the highest compliment that I could pay him. Do you know why we haven't been talking about him, Clint?
Why is that?
He's been out there taking care of his dang business. He's just been out there playing, winning football. So both these guys, big loss for Georgia, which is a bigger loss facing this Ole Miss, Trinidad Chambliss, Charlie Weiss, front butt junior offense.
Every time you say that, I don't know if people understand the reference you're getting.
If people don't get the reference, one day they will see a photograph and they will understand exactly what I'm talking about.
He's a junior because he has a dad who's a senior. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Go check out what dad's up to. Okay. Look, here's the deal. I think Gabe Harris has elevated his game and this Georgia front seven to new heights. I really, really do. I think his play has been one of, if not the most impressive against Texas. The fact that Arch Manning had no time, the fact that Alabama was pressured on 43% of dropbacks, just absolutely incredible to me. He's a huge reason why.
Yeah. Also, huge reason stuffing the run. Huge reason setting the edge, stuffing the run. He has really turned into a Nolan Smith-esque defender.
He really has. That's a beautiful comp. I mean, honestly, beautiful comp for him. Here's what gives me confidence, because it's a loss. But when you hear the other players,
here we go. Now
talk about the other guys on the defensive line. Their comment is, yes, Gabe, we love him. We want him out there. But we've had guys that have been doing it this entire time. Like, they're
heavy
not
rotation.
Heavy rotation.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about volume. Look, Lacey is probable for this game. We didn't talk about that injury news. He's probable for this game, which, again, there is no injury other than
he's going to give it. He's going to give it a go.
Again,
is he probable for the second quarter?
That's That's what I just keep saying. So again, it's not like it's a bum ankle or a bum knee or a broken thing that needs to heal. It is soreness. Okay, that's all that he has. And when that gets aggravated, he's not going to run with the same explosiveness. Anyway, I digress. However, the volume output for this Ole Miss offense, we talked about it the first game, the reason why Ole Miss jumped out to the lead, kept leading to the fourth quarter, was because our tackling was so atrociously bad. It made me want to jam my finger through my eyeball into my brain and stir it around. It was so painful. That felt better to me than watching the poor tackling. Janelle Aguero has been a silent, absolute lockdown guy in the secondary. And the fact that now we're entrusting that to a true freshman.
Okay.
True freshman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm nervous. Daniel, I believe in him. The coaching staff believes him. They talk about him being elevated beyond the freshman, being so mature and having instincts. They talk about his instincts all the time. And so this could be a LeCount type situation. Like, honestly, it could be.
Yes.
But I don't like it against this offense at all.
No.
Daniel.
No, and I mean, we could call it what it is. He's not a true freshman anymore. Do you know why? Because he's played an entire college football season. What do we call people that have played an entire college football season?
They're
sophomores. Yeah. So, just because Georgia gets to play extra games this year, and he has the benefit of that. So yes, he's not a true freshman. But it hasn't been on the field in critical spots,
There we
go. That's the discrepancy here that we're talking about when you look at what obviously we have lost in the experience, the year after year after year experience, compared to a guy in Dinkins, if it ends up being Dinkins, compared to a guy that, yes, was he highly recruited coming out of high school, coming out of Warner Robins? Yeah, of course he was. Is he a good football player? Yeah. Has he been repping in practice? Has he been contributing on special teams all year? Yeah, he absolutely has. And we all know that's where you cut your teeth for Kirby Smart. We all know that's where Kirby gets his eyes on you. And we all have faith in this defensive coaching staff. But it's not like safety's the deepest position in the world, Clint, anyway. We've had a bit of an issue, if I may. Okay.
How many guys did we take in the portal because we needed, not just wanted, needed them?
How many of those portal guys ended up not really being able to contribute to the team and winning football? Okay. All I'm trying to tell you is, I get it. He's been repping star instead of rep. It's a different position.
It's a different position.
But if the coaching staff loved him so much, couldn't they have given him a look? Couldn't they have given him some reps? Didn't we need somebody?
We needed somebody
in the year. Like, am I wrong? Did we need somebody? Yeah. So I think you are correct to be more nervous about the Jonell injury because there's not a big Joe right there.
No,
right?
see?
So Gabe Harris goes down. Guess who? Turn around. Guess who's there? Oh, it's Big Joe. He's right there. He's standing right there ready to step in.
And you know what this, honestly, I think this actually does mean that we see a lot more of, and they've talked about him being a specialist, but I think you're going to see packages with this more. We're going to see Walker, his rep is going to jump up in this game.
Yeah, because you could play him on the outside, right? Like you could play some larger fronts, where you slide Big Joe out to the outside, or you could, on passing downs,
go a little NASCAR.
On passing downs, all of a sudden, things might get a little weird more often than you would typically see that. Does Ole Miss find a way to exploit that? That'll be the question. And so now all of a sudden, Georgia offense may be getting guys back. Georgia defense may be losing a couple of guys. You and I were saying we were actually a little bit more confident in the defense yesterday than we were in the offense heading into this game. And so how has all this affected our prediction as to what's actually going to happen in the game? Let's talk about that after these.
But first, I want to let you know about FanDuel. Daniel, you and I both love FanDuel because every single time you and I go to make a Locks episode, we go to FanDuel first and foremost in this season. Get in on FanDuel. Every single bowl game, every single college football playoff game that we have going on, FanDuel has every single thing that you need for it. Live action, player props, parlays, money lines. They give you the juice. It's fantastic. It's easy to check out weekly performance right before the game. Get in on the action before kickoff. Check out FanDuel app and see what's dropping during every single game this week. Get into the action. A little football, a little action, a whole lot of energy. That's what makes college football playoff so exciting. Go to FanDuel.com, the official sportsbook partner of the NBA.
All right, Clint.
Yes.
It is that time. Georgia, this line has not moved very much. It's been sitting at 6.5 for a long time. And this line's been out, by the way, for a long time.
Long time.
Longer than just a normal week.
Correct.
It's been sitting at 6.5. The juice will flow a little bit one way, a little bit the other. Will we get a 7 again? Like, will money come in? Will we get back to 7? Maybe. Will we get a 6? 6 is not a huge number if you want to lay it with Georgia, but it is certainly a number that comes into play. But I wouldn't go holding my breath for a 6 either, necessarily. I guess there could be a lot of late money on Georgia. Line's been sitting at 6.5. The over-under is 55.5. Let me ask you this first.
Okay, go ahead.
Does the injury news out of Georgia make you want to look at the over in this game? 55.5 is obviously a heck of a lot less points than we saw in Athens on October the 18th. I don't have to remind you of that. You were there.
Do not. I was there.
I think both of us would probably have leaned under for the last several days. Does anything about this injury news make you want to flirt with the over? Are you looking at the total in this game?
I'm not looking at the total at all, Daniel, because the amount of confidence that I have in this defensive front, and most importantly, the two corners are going to have an absolute field day this time around.
Calling a shot.
I saw. They've been talking about it, Daniel. They've been talking about watching film. They've been talking about this game. They've been talking about the missed tackles. They've been talking about the defense having the ability to stop them and watching their mistakes and getting mad about it. Daniel, it's been all they've been thinking about and focusing on was we shouldn't have needed the offense to come back in the fourth quarter and to score on every single possession we had because we missed tackles. We were out of position. Our eyes were bad. I've been saying, and CJ Allen almost did it against Tennessee. I said he's going to bait Joey Aguilar into an interception. Nearly did it. Ellis Robinson, going to go ahead and get it and take one to. He is that short, stupid hitch game, the short, stupid screen game, the get it in the hands. It's what our corners feast on. If I'm going to be totally honest with you, it's what our corners feast on. The dig routes and the drag routes and the intermediary, the posts that you break off and come over the middle, those sorts of routes have given us fits before because outside leverage, man, press up into it has been a little bit short-sighted for us. No, I think that this injury news may give like a 1.5, right? Like on my prediction. I think that's fair. I'm not looking at the over on this. No, I mean, if anything, give me Georgia over. I would take Georgia's over in this game. I think that would give me excitement.
What about this little side piece I'm looking at right here? Ole Miss total rushing yards.
Oh, here we go.
121.5.
Yeah, sign me up. Give me the ticket. Give me the window. Give me the ticket.
It's on FanDuel right now. You just go check it out. 121.5 Ole Miss total rushing yards. Somebody get Alabama on the horn and ask them 121.5. How are we doing? I know Ole Miss is a different team than Alabama. I know Ole Miss is not pathetic. I get it. I understand.
You give me that line against anybody in this college football field. Like, literally anybody in this college football field.
I get it. It's an athletic quarterback. He's going to run for some. He's going to scramble.
He will.
50, 60 yards. Great.
I think that's about right.
Yeah.
You tell me Lacey's going to, 50.
How many is the running back going to get? How many is the running back going to get? Yeah.
110. Okay.
We at 100 now. So now what are we talking about?
All right. Fine by me.
You can get 20 yards of end arounds? No, we're going to lay them, Clint. That's what we're going to do. So it's late in the third segment. He's 6.5. It's the first bet I made. First bet I made when this line came out. I haven't changed it. I bet it again. You can get Georgia minus 20.5 for plus 400. Ask me how I know. Minus 20.5 for plus 400. I'm just telling you, it's nothing about any news that's come out has changed.
No.
That the transfer portal window opens January the 2nd, and the LSU coaching staff doesn't really care about anything except recruiting players to go to LSU.
They are currently tampering. Let me say the side. They are currently tampering.
Not just with players on the Ole Miss roster either. Like, their heads not. You beat the crap out of Tulane. And now the letdown of the century is coming.
When they came out, guns blazing against Tulane, my first text you was, get it out of your system, boys. Feel good.
Let's
go. Off that chest and beat it so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Beat that chest so hard. We're not Tulane. And you could beat up on little tiny itty-bitty cousin that you never see at the Thanksgiving party, except that one year he comes back and thinks he's big and bad wearing a Letterman jacket, and you absolutely crush him. Of course, good for you. Your quarterback's worried about getting a 7th year of eligibility or whatever else he has. He's talking to Diego Pavia. Let me say that again to you. I'll say it out loud. You listen. He's talking to Diego Pavia. You think that's a guy you want in your quarterback's head right now?
Uh-oh.
I don't. Lay the points, guys. Give the points 6.5. Just lay them and sit back and enjoy. Again, there's nothing on planet Earth. There's no statistic. There's no deep analytic. There's no metric that you can point to and tell me Ole Miss has an advantage.
They don't.
Zero.
They don't have an advantage. They hung around in the first game against a vastly inferior Georgia team compared to this team.
Could you, really quick, play this game? That Georgia team that play Ole Miss plays this Georgia team currently. They scrimmage against each other.
Yeah. Okay. This Georgia team minus 28. That'd be the line. This Georgia team would beat them by so many points. Because that Georgia team would struggle to score.
Correct.
Against this Georgia team. And this Georgia team wouldn't have any problem scoring against that Georgia team. They wouldn't have any problem scoring. because you, me, and the All Access Supercast group could score against the October 18th Georgia defense.
By the way, lockedonbulldogs.supercast.com. Join in. You tell us what position you want to play. Daniel will let you play that position.
Listen, we go out there, we could hang 3 on the October 18th Georgia defense. I'm nearly positive. He's Clint. We'll be back tomorrow and Wednesday. Or is tomorrow Wednesday? It's hard to know at this point. All the days are the same.
It's fine. It's between December 24th and January 2nd. Every day is the same.
Every day is the same. I'll tell you what, we will be after the game on January 1st. We'll be back with a overreaction show right here. And we'll see you guys later.